It is important to note the implications of the title, the soldier. Brooke refrains from using a specific soldier's name, which consequently implicates soldiers on a universal level and alludes to a common mentality that soldiers had in the opening months of war. The reader is able to imagine a generation of young soldiers excited to offer their services to their country. Brooke speaks in the voice of an English soldier as he is leaving home to go to war. The poem represents the patriotic values that characterised pre-war England. Soldiers saw it as their duty and honour to protect England. In the next lecture, we will consider the language choices that Brooke uses to elevate his country to a position of meaning and value. From the opening lines in the first stanza, the octave or 8 lines of the sonnet, Brooke portrays the death for one's country as a noble end. Death becomes idolised, a goal in which a soldier is moving towards. Brooke considers how his grave will be England herself and stresses that it should remind the listeners of England when they see the grave. Brooke glorifies death and uses distinct natural imagery to suggest that the death of a soldier will be beneficial to the soil of England. In the second stanza, the sestet or the 6 lines of the sonnet, Brooke talks about how death will serve as redemption as he glorifies England. There is a cyclical nature to the poem, as suggested throughout this lexical set gives, back and given, which reflects the idea that in death, the soldier will be able to give back to his great country in return for all the great things she has given to him and made him what he is. The speaker seeks to find redemption through sacrifice in the name of the country. The religious imagery that concludes the poem in the line, under an English heaven, evokes the idea that the soldier thinks of England as a heaven. Through following the conventions of the sonnet, Brooke firstly shows how England has enriched his life, then in the second stanza reflects on how he might return the gifts given to him by his country.